Well, he's very important to American folk music. He's the person in the 30s, 40s and 50s, until he fell sick, who personified that very American, very left-wing way of writing, way of trying to prick people's consciences, actually trying to get things done, being an activist, actually going on marches, taking risks, the sort of risks that Pete Seeger has always taken. You know, when he was living up on Beacon, at Beacon in New York State, actually being attacked by his neighbours. When he's driving down his track towards the road, having them scatter nails so that his car will be, because of his views. He admired him hugely. He loved a lot of his writing, but he was his own man. But he wrote as honestly as that. There were others around who didn't have that sort of grip at 21 years old. That's what made him stand out. That the sort of grip he had at 21. He loved what he did, and he said that ultimately, I can't remember what he said. Did he say there was a bit of failure about it? You see, you only get the extent of how good Woody Guthrie was by the Guthrie Foundation, that is to say his daughter, Nora, putting out all this stuff that he wrote and never published. And then you begin to see just how good he was. But he was limited by his surroundings, by the people he worked with. And by necessity, you know, he would travel and he'd write songs for anybody who was in trouble. You know, any kind of, if there was trouble in California among fruit pickers, he'd be there and he would write songs about it. He wrote songs about, a song like Deportees. He gets to hear about the sort of dirty dealings that go on when a bunch of migrant workers just picked up conveniently after they finished doing the work and slung on a plane and flown home, thrown out of the country. But then the plane crashes and they're all killed. So he writes a fabulous song, just to poke at people's consciences, very successfully. But then he gets in trouble with the House Un-American Activities Committee, can't remember. Committee. As did Pete Seeger. He was a huge admirer of that, but that particular way was not his way. And times had changed. American society, I think, has a tendency to divide people up not just into goodies and baddies, but goodies and Satan. You may not criticise America. You may not. I remember seeing an interview with Alan Price once, where he talked about meeting Randy Newman, and he'd recorded a couple of his songs and voiced some opinions about America, which he thought Randy Newman would agree with because of the nature of his songs. And Randy Newman jumped on him and stomped all over him. Wouldn't have it. Wouldn't allow it.